Welcome back everyone to the Working Class Revolt, and today I want to share some shocking news with you that comes from the Independent, and it follows a question by the SNP MP Stephen Geffens, who has submitted a question asking basically how much did Brexit cost the United Kingdom to leave the European Union. And the figures are astonishing. We have already today paid £26 billion just to simply leave, and we still must pay another £6.4 billion that for some reason hasn't been paid yet, but we must pay because of obligations that we had before leaving. Now, I'm sure the majority of people watching this video, like me, are Brexiteers and still believe in Brexit. Because if we're going to make mistakes, it should be our own government's choices to make them, not an elected body somewhere else that we haven't chosen and have certainly got no scrutiny over. But I do share the shock and disgust that Remainers will share and ask the question, what the hell deal did Boris Johnson strike with the EU, and what did we get back for over £30 billion worth of money? And when we look at all these figures that they can throw around, like £30 billion to the EU, £20 billion now for the Labour Party on carbon capture, so-called £22 billion black holes, it shows you that it's all a load of rubbish. It's all monopoly money that they can just throw around right, left and centre. Because if they could just so easily give the EU over £30 billion, why couldn't they simply just one year put that money into the NHS and simply sort it? Or put thousands of more police on our street, or build thousands of millions more houses? It's because they can find money when they need to, or they can borrow money whenever they need to. Now, the SNP MP does go on to try and somehow claim that this money that we spend is somehow reason that we should rejoin the EU. And he claims, given this, it astonishes me Keir Starmer is pursuing a hard Tory Brexit. I'm not sure that's how I'd describe Keir Starmer. That deprives the public services of badly needed funds at a time when Labour continued to pursue a Tory austerity agenda. I do kind of agree on that point. We are seeing austerity to so-called cure austerity at the moment. Best of Britain Chief Executive Naomi Smith told The Independent, exiling the European Union not only cost the UK vast amounts of money, but economy growth, opportunities for young people, influence on the world stage and much, much more. And it seems that this story of this money that was spent is now being used to pressure Keir Starmer for closer relationships. But what do closer relationships with the EU mean? They mean rejoining the free movement of people, which in time will most definitely lead to rejoin the EU. Now let's remember who Keir Starmer was. He was the shadow Brexit cabinet member under Jeremy Corbyn, who put forward the policy that if Corbyn won the general election, we would have a second referendum. So people like Keir Starmer do not need much pushing at all if they see the opportunity to rejoin the EU. But what I would say to the SNP MP Stephen Geffens is, I think the SNP have got far more to worry about than whether we rejoin the EU or not. I hope we certainly don't at all in my time. But the SNP have nearly been wiped out entirely, and they claim that they want to rejoin the European Union while at the same time leave Great Britain. How does that make any sense? You want to leave a union of one country, one nation, which is the United Kingdom, to then go and join the European Union, probably the biggest dictators on the world stage. The SNP absolutely baffle me. I think the hatred the SNP, not the Scottish, the SNP have for the English totally clouds the judgment. Whoever's the leader of the SNP is not happy being First Minister, they'll do and say whatever it takes in order to be called, hopefully one day, a Prime Minister. But thank you all for watching. Please let me know what you think of the deal that Boris Johnson struck to pay over £30 billion to simply leave the European Union. And please can I ask you once again to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.